By studying the video and these instructions, you will learn what a parallelogram is, how it fits into the family of polygons, how to identify its angles and sides, how to prove you have a parallelogram, and what are its identifying properties. Let's begin. What is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is a flat shape with four straight connecting sides so that opposite sides are congruent and parallel. This means a parallelogram is 1. A plane figure, 2. A closed shape, and 3. A quadrilateral. You can have almost all of these qualities and still not have a parallelogram. If the four sides do not connect at their endpoints, you do not have a closed shape, no parallelogram. If one side is longer than its opposite side, you do not have parallel sides, no parallelogram. If only one set of opposite sides are congruent, you do not have a parallelogram. You have a trapezoid. Now, let's make a parallelogram. Take a rectangle and push either its left or right side so it leans over. You have a parallelogram. A rectangle is a type of parallelogram. You can draw parallelograms. Use a straight edge, ruler, to draw a horizontal line segment. Then draw another identical congruent line segment some distance above and to one side of the first one, so they do not line up vertically. Make sure that second line segment is parallel to or equidistant to the first line segment. Connect the endpoints, and you have a parallelogram. Next, we will label our parallelogram. Start at any vertex, corner, write a capital letter, then move either clockwise or counterclockwise to the next vertex. Use a different capital letter. For our parallelogram, we will label it WXYZ, but you can use any four letters as long as they are not the same as each other. The four line segments making up the parallelogram are WX, XY, YZ, and ZW. Notice that line segments WX and YZ are congruent. Line segments XY and ZW are also congruent. The interior angles are angle W, angle X, angle Y, and angle Z. The opposite angles are congruent. In our parallelogram, that means angle W equals angle Y and angle X equals angle Z. Connecting opposite, non-adjacent vertices gives you diagonals WY and XZ. One interesting property of a parallelogram is that its two diagonals bisect each other, cut each other in half. Another property is that each diagonal forms two congruent triangles inside the parallelogram. Let's go over the names for parallelograms. The name, parallelogram, gives away one of its identifying properties, which is two pairs of parallel opposite sides. A parallelogram does not have other names. Other shapes, however, are types of parallelograms. These geometric figures are part of the family of parallelograms. A rhombus, also known as a diamond, rhomb, or lozenge, is a parallelogram with four congruent sides. A rectangle is a parallelogram with four congruent interior angles. A square is a parallelogram with four congruent sides and four congruent interior angles.